Goosebumps Horrorland was a game that came out in 2008 and was published by Elastic Games. So I know this is a video we're not used to me normally doing, but I want to review this game because my girlfriend recently got me the Wii version and I have the DS and the PS2 version. But for this review, we're going to go off the Wii version and we're going to talk about the DS version for a little bit too. But I absolutely just want to talk about this game because it's a fun childhood game and I don't think it gets any attention and I just really want to talk about it. So let's get into this. So to start, let's talk about the story. Now, this game doesn't have much of a story, but you start as an unnamed character and your friend Nate. And you get a knock on the door and a horror gives you a Horrorland ticket, and then you go to the Horrorland, which is an amusement park that you're trapped in forever. So more of the story is later you meet this girl Gigi on this ride, and you have to rescue her, and then basically you just need to find the missing pieces of your ticket. So you have to go to the carriage to get her, and go to each area and just get a piece of the ticket. And then at the end of the game, I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a whole twist and stuff, which is also hinted at throughout the game. But now let's move on to the next part of this game, which is what I really want to talk about. The gameplay and then the visuals. So the gameplay of this game, the main gameplay point of this game is it's a minigame collection. Now, to play these mini games, you get these little tokens. Tokens you can just collect around the map by clicking random objects. So each game has 3 frights. Frights are things you need to get to go into new areas. Frights can be hard to get depending on the mini game. Now I want to talk about the good mini games and then the bad mini games. And this game has a total of 5 areas. So we're going to go through every mini game and I'm going to tell you which ones are good, which ones are bad on my experience of the Wii version. Because let's just say, you gotta love Wii and its motion controls. This game also has collectibles called monster cards where you can either buy them off a kid or you have to do something stupid in a mini game that's like hard to get it, or you just have to like pick it up. So the first area is Carnival of Screams and that's where we will be starting. Alright, starting with the good games. First game up is Dead Ringer. Dead Ringer, you basically just have to swing the Wii remote and slam it down at the right time with enough speed. A test your might, arcade thing. And I think it's pretty good. You have to get used to the motion controls, but I think this one's pretty good. The next good mini game is Bumper Carnage. You just have to bump into people's behinds and basically just destroy them. Destroy everybody and you get the gold. It's a pretty fun one and I think the motion controls actually make it more fun. Another good one is Horrorland Derby. Now the only thing I don't like about this one is the controls. You have to throw the balls by lightly flicking or hardly flicking the Wii remote. And the controls can be very indecisive and picky, which kind of brings it down, but I think overall it's still pretty fun. Alright, the next one I like is the Wheel of Misfortune. Now I like this one on the Wii especially because you shake the controller and the nunchuck and move it back and forth. Then you have to hit A on this red carpet and then you'll be spinning on the wheel and then you just want to try to get the highest points possible. You get 700 points, you get the gold. Pretty easy, and I'll say this one's pretty fun. I really enjoyed it. Alright, Calamity Cannon is the next one I like, and this one you just basically move to avoid obstacles, and then while you're going down hills, hold down a button so you scream and your screamometer goes down, which is a good thing. And yeah, you just dodge obstacles and I think it's fun. And now we have one more mini game in Carnival of Screams, which I also like. Monster Mash is a very good one. You just gotta shoot the targets, and if you shoot the little girls, you get a monster card, which I think is funny. Yeah, this one's fun, and it's a great one on the Wii, because just pointing and shooting is pretty fun. Alright, the first one I like from Vampire Village is Pet Cemetery, which is the golf one, which I originally hated, because I'm an idiot who doesn't know how to hold a Wii remote like a golf club. But once I figured it out, it's pretty fun, and I enjoy it. The next one I like is Roller Coaster. Now, Roller Coaster, all you do is literally shoot targets, like on a roller coaster, and it is really fun, and I got gold on it on my first try. Alright, the next one is Coffin Cruise, which I gotta say was a very frustrating experience. Getting gold on this took a while, and mainly just because of the motion controls. Like, ones like this just don't feel responsive, and some clocks feel impossible to get. But this one, you're literally just flowing down a river paddling, but it is so hard and monotonous, and it's like one I would not like. Also, so I went through this game trying to 100% it, so I will tell you my thoughts on this game as 100%, and if you just played it without 100%. Because I will say, this game is way better if you don't go for 100%. Alright, the next one is Flash Fight, which personally I really did not like. And actually, to get gold on it, I use a speedrunning tactic. So basically, you have to shine your light at these vampires, but your battery runs out. So if it runs out, you have to fucking jerk off the Wii remote, and then after you jerk off the Wii remote, you can shine your light again. But instead, to beat this, instead of dealing with massive hordes of them, because my arm was just getting sore, if you just flash the first one that spawns repeatedly without ever killing it, no more can spawn, and then you can just beat it. I don't know if I could beat this on the Wii because of how much it hurts to jerk off the Wii remote. Next up is Batting Cage, and this one I personally really didn't enjoy because of the motion controls. It's just not fun to swing if it's not responsive. So you have to kind of do it light, but still at times it's very frustrating, and I don't really like this one for the Wii. This one for Vampire Village is Garlic Crusher, and I gotta say, this one is really fun and I enjoyed this one. It's actually kind of challenging to get gold, but all I do is shoot some vampires and bats. That's kind of it. Alright, the first one of Fever Swamp is Swamp Stomp. And this one's really fun, but I will say at the time of recording this, I have not gotten gold yet, because gold is really hard to get. But this one is pretty good, and I enjoy playing this one. I also just love the swamp theme. I don't know why, I just do. The next one is Anchors Away, which is just easier Dead Ringer. For example, watch this. Yeah, it's still pretty fun though. Next up is Tilt-A-Web, which is just the Wheel of Misfortune, but a little harder because it's faster, and it's just visually different. But to get gold, you do need 900 points instead of 700. But just like Wheel of Misfortune, this one is pretty fun, and I enjoy it. Next up is Bogtopus, and this one's really fun. You just shoot the eyes, pirates, and then the teeth. And overall, it's just a shooting mini game, and I really like it. It's really fun, and it's actually rewarding to beat because it's not too easy, but it's not too hard. But it's a little on the easier side. The next one is Slime Fume. Now, Slime Fume is Coffin Cruise, but worse. And at the time of recording this, I've only gotten silver on this, and I'm going to work to get gold. But, oh my god, I hate this one. It is just a pain because of the motion controls, and I know I could do it, but oh my god, I just don't want to do it. This is not a good one. Alright, the final one for Fever Swamp is Rub-A-Dug Slug. And this one you have to fill the holes in with a spray can, and if there's a worm in it, you have to wiggle out the worm. This one's actually pretty fun, and it is quite challenging. I wouldn't say it's like fun challenging, but once you get it, you are really happy. Alright, the next world is Mad Labs, and we're starting with Buzzwire. Now, Buzzwire is a pretty tedious one at first, but once you get the controls down, it's not bad. Basically, you just use this like magnifying glass, and you just gotta not touch the edges. But if you touch the edges, you're invincible for a little bit, so then just fling it to the next part till you hit again, and you can kind of cheese it a little bit. But it's not bad. I got gold after like my 5th try. Up next is Brain Drain. Now, Brain Drain is really fun. You just have to point your cursor at these brain bots and just jerk off the nunchuck this time instead of the Wii remote. And it's just a way better system, and it's fun, and I got gold on my 2nd try. Now, I haven't got the monster card for this one yet, which is collecting 10 tokens. Because getting like 3 of them is really hard with the controls for some reason, but let alone like 10, yeah. Next up is Thundervolt, which is just Roller Coaster but Mad Labs themed. I haven't got gold at the time of recording this because I was 1,000 points off, as you can see here. So I was just too lazy to do it again, but I know I can do it, and this one's pretty fun, but it's long. Alright, next is Dreadmill. Now, Dreadmill just uses motion controls and jumping, and that's kind of all it is. It's kind of just like Mario. And I'd say it's pretty fun. Got gold in my 1st try and had a lot of fun. Next is Toxic Gunk Dunk, where you just have to dunk the horror in some toxic gunk. But you have to hit like every target to get gold without missing, and it's like hard, man. I know I can do it though. Final one for Mad Labs is Shock and Roll, which is Bumper Carnage but harder. So this one I failed like every time, couldn't even get bronze, and then when I killed everybody, I got gold. So like, I don't know how I fully feel about this one, but I think the original is better, but this one's pretty fun. Alright, first area of Terror Tunes, and we have Snakes on a Chain. Now this one's pretty fun, and I enjoyed it. I was a little struggle at first, but it's just like Buzzwire, but harder, and yeah, it's pretty fun. Alright, next is Mummy Run, which is Horrorland Derby, but way harder. I will say this one was pretty challenging, but man, when I finally got the gold, it was rewarding, and I had a pretty good time overall. Like, I like most of these mini games. Some have problems, but most of the time they're pretty good, but a few do really suck. Alright, the next one is Scorpion Speedway, which is just basically a mini Mario Kart. It's just a racing one, and it's not that bad. Basically, besides the tilt controls, which kind of suck, you just need to hit every speed boost and not lose too much speed, and you basically win. It wasn't that bad. It took me like 4 or 5 tries. Alright, next is Beetle Battle, which is Battle Cage, but just harder, and this one's pretty fun. I mean, it's just harder batting cage, except this one you don't have to shake bats off your head, which I think makes it better, so. Alright, these next two I haven't done yet because I haven't beaten them on the Wii yet, because I still need to get the 2 golds left in Fever Swamp. This one is Pharaoh's Fairway, and it's just Putt Cemetery, but harder. And I haven't played it yet, but I can tell you I'll like it. It'll be pretty easy, and it'll be a fun time. Now for the last one of the game, which you have to wait till you get the Golden Pharaoh's Fairway to play, and it's Certain Death, which is just Calamity Canyon, but harder. Which is probably going to be pretty fun, maybe a little challenging, and yeah, that's all the mini games in Goosebumps Horrorland. So, I could see why some people don't like this game because it is just a minigame collection. Personally, I really like it. Besides that, a few of them are really bad, and some of them are worse on the Wii than the DS or PS2 because of the motion controls. And also, I feel like personally they should not reuse some of the games. That just is way less of quality. But if they fix these things in like a remaster, which would never happen but would be amazing, this game could literally be a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. If I had to rank the areas by my enjoyment, number 1 best area is definitely Carnival of Screams, then Vampire Village, then Mad Labs, then Terror Tombs, then Fever Swamp. Fever Swamp just has some of the more annoying and some of the hardest golds in the game, which makes it less enjoyable. Alright, the visuals. Now, I really like the setting and theme of this game, but it does have a really cheap look to it, and for 2008 standards, it does not look the best. I don't want to harp on the visuals too much, but I personally like the looks of this game, but it definitely has not aged well. But a remaster of this game, just imagine how good it could look. But this game just has a certain charm that I really like just running around these carnival areas, listening to the amazing OST. It's just so nice. And speaking of which, enough of the visuals, let's go on to the original soundtrack. All I gotta say about the music is it's been playing throughout this video, and it's amazing. Say what you want about this game, but I personally believe the music of this game is amazing. And it makes running through these areas way more fun too, and I just love hearing it. I love Carnival Screams one, I love the Vampire Village one, I love the Fever Swamp one, I love Mad Labs and Terror Tombs as well. It's just all so done well. It's great production, even the menu music, it's all just made very well. Alright, before we conclude, I want to talk about the DS version. Now, I would say the DS version is even uglier than the PS2 and Wii version, but it is probably your best bet for how fun it is, because I believe the touchscreen and all of it is actually fun to do, and it's probably the most fun version of this game, but it's definitely more of, I wouldn't say quality, but it's just more fun to play, but visually it's just not good. Alright, to conclude this video, I just want to say that, is this game an underrated masterpiece? No, but is this game underrated? Personally, I believe so. I believe this game should get more love, and if you want, check it out. I know you can find it online for pretty cheap, and you can probably find it at a pawn shop and just places for cheap, and I would check it out. But I would say definitely probably go with the PS2 or DS version if you want a more fair time, because the motion controls can get pretty frustrating. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know it's a little rushed, but I really want to make it, and also I know my mic quality isn't the best, but I'm ordering a good microphone soon, so hopefully I will sound better, but I still need to order it, and when it gets here, you'll know if I sound better or not by the video. But yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed watching. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully like this. We'll see. I might do more stuff like this. I really like doing it, but editing it is a pain.